guys, welcome back to my channel. How is everybody doing today? Hopefully everybody is doing well. Well guys, as you can see from the beginning of this video, we have a snowstorm in Minnesota. That footage was taken earlier this morning. As you can see, it started, I think it was around 6:30, 7 o'clock. It started snowing this morning. And as you can maybe or maybe not see out that window, it is still snowing. It's a few hours later. I've already kind of cleaned up the house and did laundry and got everything done that I needed to do. But I decided, you know what? It is so crappy out. We're just kind of snowed in. I can't really go and do anything. Let's watch some holiday movies and talk about them. I think that would be a fantastic idea. This is a good way for me to get through a lot of my holiday 4Ks and discuss them with you guys a little bit. Some of them I haven't seen in a while. I'm a little bit excited to delve back into some of these I haven't seen. I even have, look at this, guys. I got Santa pants on. I'm excited. They're like little pajamas. And so I figured, yeah, let's do that. Let's watch some movies. Let's review a few movies. And if the mood strikes me right, I might even put up my little Christmas tree in my room tonight. We'll see. All right, guys, let's throw in a movie. All right, guys, well, the first movie of the day is going to be Elf. Alright guys, well we just got done watching Elf and it got me inspired. I decided I'm going to put up a Christmas tree. It might not look like much yet. I just kind of took it out of the box. I kind of still have to kind of fluff it up and decorate it and all that fun stuff. But it definitely got me in the Christmas mood. I gotta tell you, Elf is one of those movies that I don't have that nostalgic feeling for, like a lot of people do. I was in like my mid-20s, I think, or pretty close to my mid-20s when that movie came out. So it's not a movie I grew up with. I was more of the Christmas Carol, or a Christmas Story and National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation. Even like the movie Prancer, stuff like that is the stuff that I grew up on. So this movie, for me, like I'd only seen it maybe twice, and it had been a long time. So I was very interested to delve back into it because I really didn't know much about it. And I gotta tell you, it's a great movie. I think it's gonna now become a staple for me. I know a lot of people are probably thinking like, well, that movie's been a staple for us for years. But you know, like I said, it wasn't one that I grew up with. And I'll be honest with you, I think it came out in like 2002, 2003. I mean, it was 2008 or 2009 before I even saw it for the first time. I don't know why it took so long, but it just did. But I gotta tell you, I watched it today. I was laughing. It's charming. It's heartwarming. It's hilarious. It's just, and I remembered most of it. But there were bits and pieces that I'd forgotten about, like the scene when he gets to New York right away for the first time. He just gets nailed with the taxi cab. I laughed my ass off. That was absolutely hysterical. But yeah, it's a great film. And I got to tell you, Warner Brothers did a fantastic job. That 4K looks phenomenal. It is just, the skin tones are great. Nice, bold colors. I think, does it have HDR? I don't even know if it does. But if it doesn't, I couldn't really tell. Because, I mean, it looked really good. The colors of, I mean, it's a very colorful film, you know. And they all just looked good. Nice, thick, bold colors, and it just looked absolutely fantastic. But yeah, it's a great film, and if by chance you've never seen it, which I'm sure most people probably have, unless you were real young when it came out and you just never got a chance to see it, definitely check it out. It was fantastic. It's definitely going to be one of my staples, like I said, from now on. So yeah, guys, that was the first movie of the day. Highly recommend it. Highly recommend that release. I thought it was great. Next movie that we're going to watch is not really a Christmas movie, but it's a movie that I am super nostalgic for. It takes place at a ski resort. I saw this movie with my mom. I remember it like it was yesterday. I remember I had a large cherry Coke and Reese's Pieces. Like I said when I was talking about my pickups video, now that sounds absolutely disgusting. But then, I thought it was pretty good. But yeah, and so the movie we're going to watch is Ski Patrol from MVD. People call it, from the creators of Police Academy, it's basically like Police Academy at a ski resort. So that's going to be the next movie of the day. As long as we're snowed in here, we're just going to keep watching movies, guys. So, yeah, let's go check it out. Snowed in, second movie of the day.
Too many people up there. Now, one of you, come on down.
All right, guys. Well, we just got done watching Ski Patrol. Just putting some ornaments on my tree here, kind of finishing it up. Yeah, this is a really cool release from MVD. I love these MVD Classic Rewind. Love the artwork and everything, too. It just looks like it's a straight out of an old video store. It looks like it's old VHS. This is a good movie. I mean, it's good for the sense that it's nostalgic. If you were to watch it now for the first time, it's very slapstick. It's very corny. I mean, it was made in 1990, so it's more like an 80s movie than it is actually like a 90s movie, even though it did get released in 1990. But it's really corny. It's really cheesy. Some of the acting is pretty bad. Some of the dialogue is really bad, but it's fun. Like, I grew up on this. Like, my dad and I, we both have a really weird sense of humor when it comes to this. Like, we love the Police Academy movies. Even the really, really bad ones, we tend to like. So movies like this is just golden for us. So I'm glad that this finally got a Blu-ray release. I think it got like a DVD release in, I don't know, a long time ago, but I think this might be the first time it's got a Blu-ray release. It looks pretty good. Some of the scenes are a little bit on the grainy side, but then most of the scenes actually look really good. They look like they're cleaned up just enough. It still had some film grain in there. It wasn't too bad. But some of the scenes, like some of the skiing scenes where it's a lot of white, the grain is definitely much more noticeable. But it definitely was not a deal breaker. It did not take away from the movie. For the most part, I was really impressed. It looked really good. It sounded really good. These are cool little releases too. I have a few of these, but I always like it because you don't get a lot of like bonus features really, but you do get like reversible artworks. You get like the actual artwork from back in the day, and then you get I'll put that right there. And then every one of these releases, you get a poster of the new artwork, and it's just basically this exact same thing right here. But overall, yeah, it's a pretty good release. And another thing that's really cool about these is normally you can get these like on Amazon. They usually go for like $19.99, but lots of times you can get them for like if you pre-order them, you get them for $16.99, even $15.99 sometimes, all the way up to like $19.99. But they're usually a little bit cheaper than that when they first come out. But yeah, I definitely recommend these releases. Now this movie, you've been warned, it's a little corny, but it is still a good time, and I think you'd like it if you just want to shut your brain off for an hour and a half and just watch some ridiculous, just super corny slapstick. This movie is a lot of fun, and I think you will actually enjoy it. It's a great movie to watch when it's snowing like crazy outside. So, yeah. So we're all done with that one. And the last movie we're going to watch today is, and I think it's rather fitting, I'm just finishing up my tree, but the last movie we're going to watch today is A Christmas Story on 4K. I've heard this looks really good. I'm very excited to check this out. But before I start it, I'm going to go check on the snow and see what it looks like outside. All right, guys, well, let's check out the snow. As you can see, it is still falling like crazy. It's hard to really see it in there, but I mean, you can see how much it's building up on the deck. It's this is probably some of the heaviest it's been, but yeah, it is definitely still snowing. Snowed in, third movie of the day.
Fragile. It must be Italian.
Well, I think that says fragile, honey.
Oh, yeah.
All right, guys. Well, we just got done watching A Christmas Story on 4K, a release from Warner Brothers. I also got done with my tree. You can only see part of it, the top of it. I'll insert a picture here with the lights off, a picture of the whole tree. You can see what it looks like. I mean, it looks like a standard Christmas tree. But yeah, guys, this was a fun release. This was a really good release from Warner Brothers. The movie looked really good. The 4K looked fantastic. The colors were good. Skin tones were good. This is a movie that's, you know, when you have the Christmas lights and stuff, it does have color, but there's a good amount of scenes in this movie that don't have a lot of Christmas lights or really a lot of color, and so there's not a whole lot of stuff that really pops till you get to the Christmas lights. The whole scene when they're at the mall visiting Santa, that scene is probably the highlight of this movie. That looked really, really good. I was also a fan of at the very end of the movie when the husband and wife are sitting next to the Christmas tree in the dark. The lights on the Christmas tree looked really, really good. Yeah, it was fun to revisit this movie. This was a staple growing up. You know, every Christmas Eve through Christmas Day, they'd started at like 4 o'clock in the afternoon on Christmas Eve, and it would play for 24 hours straight on TBS till about 4 o'clock on Christmas Day. I feel like every year they up that more and more. I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure they played this for 24 hours straight on Thanksgiving this year. So it kind of seems like they're playing this more and more. This is why I think some people get a little sick of this movie. They get a little turned off from it because it's just shoved in your face every holiday season so much. But actually, it had been a few years since I watched it, or at least watched it in its entirety. Every Christmas, I mean, you'll catch at least, 10 or 15 minutes of it because it's on TV. So if you have the TV on, I'll usually at least just flick out. I'm like, all right, we'll check out a little bit of it. But this is the first time in probably about 3 or 4 years that I actually sat down and watched it from beginning to end. And it looked great on 4K. Looked fantastic. There's some scenes in here actually that I forgot about. There were some scenes that I've seen 100 times too that I still found myself laughing at. So as a movie, I mean, for as old as it is, it still holds up really, really well. I didn't like it as much when I was younger, and it's a film that definitely has grown on me. The older I get, throughout the years, I come to appreciate a little bit more. I mentioned, I think in another video, the remake though, or not the remake, but the new one they did, the Christmas Story Christmas that's on HBO right now. I was not a fan. I was not a fan. The only thing that movie did, I was like, I just want to watch the first one where they did it well. I was not a fan of it. But this movie, I am definitely a fan of. I highly recommend this release from Warner Brothers. It looks really good. The audio sounded really good. I had no issues. And Bob Clark, I'm starting to discover some more Bob Clark stuff. And he's really an underrated director. I mean, most people just know him from, you probably this, A Christmas Story. But then if you're a horror fan, he also did Black Christmas, which is coming out next week or the week after. So I have that coming. And I mentioned this also in another video that it just proves how good of a director he is when there are tons of similarities in just the style and way that this movie was shot compared to the way and the style that Black Christmas was shot. It just proves that he's a really good director, that you can take that same kind of style, because there's a lot of similarities between these two movies, and make one a family-friendly movie that everybody can enjoy, and then on the other one make a very pretty offensive, slasher horror film, but still using the same kind of style. It's really cool. I'm thinking about maybe doing a video comparing between this and that, and because that's pretty impressive that you can do that same style and get two completely different tones, but have a lot of the same similarities between the two movies. I mean, because these movies are completely different. Black Christmas and this one, the only thing they have in common is they take place around Christmas time. But yeah, Bob Clark, he's got some other stuff that people are talking about that I think is getting some Blu-ray releases and 4K releases that I'm very interested to check out. I want to see more work. More of his work. Unfortunately, I think he passed away. I'm not sure when, so we won't be getting any more Bob Clark movies, but there are some old ones that I would really like to check out. let's just delve in real quick. Let's just talk about the bonus features, and then I'm going to talk about the bonus features you get in Elf. You get quite a few. This one, unfortunately, you don't get as many. You do get a commentary by Bob Clark and Peter Billingsley. I don't know how old the commentary is. I'm not sure how long it's been since Bob Clark passed away, but then you get a featurette, Another Christmas Story, Daisy Red Ryder, A History, and Get a Leg Up, script pages, and more, it says. So, I mean, you get some bonus features, but nothing too crazy. But on this Elf one, you get quite a bit more. So you get commentaries with Will Ferrell and director Jon Favreau. You get deleted / alternate scenes. You get behind the scenes, tag along with Will Ferrell, film school for kids, how they made the North Pole, lights, camera, puffin. Is that what it says? Puffin. That's a wrap. Kids on Christmas, Deck the Halls, Santa Mania, Christmas in Tinseltown, music from Elf, Elf karaoke. That would be a lot of fun. Just kidding, I don't do karaoke, but for some people it might be. And then you get the theatrical trailer. So yeah, definitely with this one you get more bonus features. But that's gonna do it for today, guys. We're reaching the end of the day. And yeah, I was able to get some good movies in. So 2 Christmas classics and one that's not really a Christmas movie, but still kind of a fun movie. So we watched A Christmas Story. An excellent release. All 3 of these are really good releases. Elf, which is another great release. And then the one non-Christmas movie, although there is Christmas decorations up and there's Christmas trees up, so it takes place around Christmas, so we'll classify it as a Christmas movie. And that's Ski Patrol from MVD Rewind Collection, and these 2 are from Warner Brothers. So yeah, these are 3 really good releases that I highly recommend. And thank you for hanging out with me today, guys. And on this snowy day where we were kind of snowed in, watching movies, discussing movies. But anyway, I got to get going because I got to go out and plow the driveway because we got a lot of snow out there. So yeah, guys, that's all I got for you today. If you like this video, give it a big thumbs up. Let me know you guys like what I'm doing. Like, share, comment, subscribe, all that fun stuff. And I will see you guys in the next video. Thank you so much for watching. Hey, let me know down below. Do you have any of these movies? Have you seen any of these movies? Especially Ski Patrol. That's probably the most obscure out of these 3. Are you picking any of these up? Are you not? What are your favorite Christmas movies? Is there any Christmas movies that you think are a little obscure, horror type ones even, that I should watch, that maybe I should review on the channel? Let me know in the comments below, guys. I love talking about this stuff. Thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you in the next video. Take care. Bye.